This is Kerry. This is Radio Kerry. Broadcasting on 96 to 98 FM.
When I was in national school, I was told I spoke too fast and I had to go for elocution lessons. After a number of sessions, my parting memory was the lady telling me, "Oh, you'll be like Anne Doyle someday reading the news," which I thought was very funny at the time. Well, I may not be Anne Doyle, but here I am reading the news. So In Business is a weekly business show. It's broadcast every Thursday evening between 6 and 7 o'clock. And generally there are 4 different components within the hour. Depends, of course, on each week and what's happening. But it's a mix of everything, really. It's stuff that's happening in Kerry. It's stuff that's happening nationally. It could be everything from a new business to perhaps the launch of the Kerry Airport annual results and their AGM. This week I'm speaking about gold, about how it's becoming popular again. I was also speaking this week about corporate social responsibility with credit unions. So it really varies every week. It depends on what's happening in the news. It is quite focused on news as well, and I work full time as a news journalist here in Radio Kerry, so that definitely helps when it comes to putting the show together. Hi, it's Mary here in Radio Kerry. Good, thank you. Just ringing about the show for Thursday evening and wondering if you'd be able to have a chat. Yeah? Will we say 6:30? In studio. Okay, that's great. Thank you. Bye-bye. Obviously, I try to target so that it is of interest to people who are in business here in County Kerry, and there are so many. Kerry has a very entrepreneurial spirit. There seems to be an awful lot more people here in Kerry who are willing to, I suppose, take the plunge and go into business, which is a fantastic thing. But no, I think the show is can be of interest to anybody at all. You don't have to be owning a business or running a business or indeed be working at all. I hope it gives I suppose an interesting view of what's happening in the county. There are also some very interesting personal stories about how people have gotten into business and set up their own business. So I think it's of interest to everybody, really. Good evening, and you're very welcome to In Business. It's Mary Mullins here with you up until 7 o'clock this evening. I hope you'll stay with me. I have lots on the show. We're going to be talking about a recruitment event which is aiming to match employees with employers in major Killarney hotels, and that's happening next month, but you do need to register in advance. We'll be giving you all the details a little bit later on with Sean de Butler of the South Kerry Development Partnership. And also we'll be catching up on the launch of the Kerry Month of Enterprise, which happened last Monday morning at Kerry County Council. I'll be speaking to a number of people involved in it, and it was officially launched by the Minister of State, Brendan Griffin. So all of that and more between now and 7 o'clock. If you want to get in contact, do send me a text or a WhatsApp to 083 300 3300. You can email mmullins@radiokerry.ie. If you're on Twitter, you can tweet us at InBusinessRK, or you can send a message via the Radio Kerry Facebook page. So In Business is broadcast every Thursday evening between 6 and 7 o'clock. But if you can't catch it live, you can always catch up on the podcast. Just go to radiokerry.ie, click on the podcast section at the top of the page, and then on In Business. Well, John and Suzanne, thank you very much for coming in studio.
Thank you.
Well, that's about it for this evening's show. So for me, Mary Mullins, have a very good evening.
In Business on Radio Kerry with Mary Mullins, keeping you informed with business matters home and abroad.